Hello everyone! Guess what time it is? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah, it's Wrestlemania week. By the time you're watching this video, it will be Wrestlemania week. So, yeah, Wrestlemania 39. And this is my preview prediction since everybody, their freaking mothers are predicting what's going to happen on this show. Might as well do one myself. So, what we're gonna do is preview both night sheets. We gonna preview night 1 and night 2 on this video. So, yeah, so WrestleMania 39 is gonna be in SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. First time Mania's been like in LA since the 21, I think. 21. Okay, I think. Yeah. I know they were in California for 31, but it was in San Francisco, I believe. San Francisco. So, yeah. WrestleMania 39. I will say the build-up has been decent. Like, there are matches, the key matches that I'm really looking forward to. And there are obvious that I'm not as keen as looking forward to. I mean the car and overall it just feels stronger than the most previous years of Mania. Like, I will say where they put the matches, because the night 1, night 2 lineups have already been announced at the time of recording this, so it's just like the night 1, night 2. And I will say most are evenly balanced. I will say that they are well thought out balance in this case. So, yeah. So, WrestleMania Night 39. I saw the promos, the vignettes, the movie spoof trailers. They aren't as hitting to me as like the 21, which it was great and it was like really funny. The most were okay. The best one was the Bloodline Goodfellas. That was actually quite funny. And to see Solo being the only one not laughing. That kind of must be hard for him to do a scene like this where most of the guys are just laughing and joking about stuff. So, yeah. So, WrestleMania 39, we gotta start with night 1. And we gotta start with the match that is opening night 1. For the United States Championship, Austin Theory against John fucking Cena. I will say, you cannot have John fucking Cena come out, fucking annihilate, assassinate Austin Theory on the mic, and have him just fucking beat him. Because if he fucking wins this, I swear I'm gonna snap. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna be fucking live if he fucking wins. Like, Austin Theory is who you want to build. Is probably one of the guys you want to build for the next decade or so. To have him lose to John fucking Cena, all fucking people, does not serve a fucking purpose for anybody at this point. Especially after fucking Cena cut that fucking promo on him. I don't know, they say, oh, the United States Open Challenge. Like, no! You know John Cena ain't gonna fucking sing around to after fucking WrestleMania. Austin Theory needs to win this. Austin Theory will win this. End of story. That's all I have to say. So I'm looking forward to actually, but like, ugh. John fucking Cena still getting my fucking nerves. So yeah. Next we got is the one of the Wrestlemania showcase matches with Strowman and Ricochet against the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. Alpha Academy, Street Profits, Viking Raiders. This has decent to be really good if you give them the proper time. And what I saw for this, it could be a preview for what is to come for this match specifically. This is obviously with like no stipulation. It's like it's hard to care for it. And this is one of those cases where it's like, hey, let's put everyone on the WrestleMania card. Just to get them their shiny spot at WrestleMania. So, it's kind of hard to predict. A little hard. But I think I'm gonna go with Strowman Ricochet. I think that's what I'm going for. Strowman Ricochet to win the Tag Team Man Showcase match. So another Tag Team match, in this case a 6-man. You got Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus team up against Damage Control of Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. This is interesting. Like, I thought that this has been going on Becky and Damage Control since like SummerSlam, and then after Becky showed up more after Survivor Series, the feud started, and like, I think I said this before, but I wasn't keen when the feud first started. I just wasn't. Then when Leah came in, it kind of got interesting with Trish. Came back and helped Becky Lynch and Leah to win this. It kind of peaked, but then kind of little cool off this since they haven't done much since with this feud. So yeah, but I'm mostly looking forward to like seeing Leah Trish Stratus wrestling at WrestleMania. Like, I'm really kind of happy for both of them to get that one that's sharing spotlight at WrestleMania together as a team with Becky Lynch. Yeah, like that's what I'm mostly. And I'm looking for what's to come afterwards. So apparently the rumor mill around for the next few months is Trish is going to stick around. And it's going to turn heel. Specifically on Lita and Becky Lynch, which will then lead to Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. Now that is what I really most look forward to it. As far as this match, as you gotta think Trish is turning soon, I think I'm gonna go with Damage Control to really like build up some dissension between Trish and with Lita and Becky specifically. And like Damage Control kind of needs it. And it's part of the problem with the whole Becky Damage Control story is that Damage Control never felt like any like legit threat to Becky, if that makes sense. Okay, like Bayley's gone, okay, but Io Sky and Dakota Kai are kind of like end up like back at what's the fucking word, like like afterthoughts in this, like, and they never look any like legit wrestler. That kind of hurt the feel, and it's kind of and basically kind of hurt them scriptures one. Along last along with the Bailey Bianca feud, with Bianca being Bailey twice has to help matters any. So damage control need a victory like this. I think they're gonna do with her beating Trish, Leah, and Becky at WrestleMania. So yeah. Next match is Seth freaking Rollins against Logan Paul. Um, this is one of the matches I'm real. Now this is the part in night one where my interest, well, well, except for one match, we gonna get into why, but we got this is the point where we kind of hit the peak interest in my peak interest in some of these matches. And this is one of them. Logan Paul was successful as much as shit as people give Logan Paul, and most of them rightfully so in real life. At the end of the day, the dude is a talented cat. Like, in the ring, he could go with the best of them. And Seth Rollins has built up a nice resume at WrestleMania. Like, his matches are almost always top notch and always something you remember. Remember with whether it's like the Money in the Bank cash in, where him winning the IC title, the Universal title, him having a decent match with Triple H at WrestleMania a few years ago. Then the matches against Kevin Owens, Seth Cesaro, and Cody Rhodes. Like, the dude's it's been pretty building a WrestleMania legacy out of him. So yeah, I expect it to be no different than the other matches that was at WrestleMania. I think this could be a potential show stealer for both nights. With the whole story that's been building towards, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Seth Rollins picking up the win since Logan Paul has been pretty much kicking his ass throughout the most of this build. Him eliminating him for the Royal Rumble, costing him the Elimination Chamber, him beat up him not once but twice. You gotta think Seth is gonna come up with it's gotta old Logan a new one. So he's gotta one up Logan this one. So Seth for the win as I'm going to pick. The next match is Rey Mysterio against Dominic Mysterio, father versus son. Oh boy. I think next to the match that I'm going to talk about last, this has pretty much been one of the most looked for matches to this year's WrestleMania card. Like, wow, what a turnaround for Dominic Mysterio in the last 6 months, of his career. Like, even the last year, like, what a difference. Like, around this time last year, let's be honest, nobody gave a fuck about him. He was just a background character for Rey Mysterio, basically. Like, he was basically just there for Rey to do something. And like, when he turned heel and joined with the Judgment Day and giving him his own identity and character, like, he's turned out to be a tremendous performer. Like, he is legit one of the best heels in the entire company right now. Like, this dude has legit heel heat on him. Like, it's unbelievable the character work he has been putting on. Especially during this build. Especially when they had, like, videos of him inventing Thanksgiving, Christmas, even took out Valentine's Day off, right? That was some funny, entertaining as shit. And I didn't think it will even be, we will even look forward to. But like, I think moving Ray to SmackDown and keeping Dominic for Raw was the best thing they could have ever done to this feud, as it gave them, as it gave the feud some breather without going picking too much through and pretty much outstay its welcome by the time we get to Mania. So yeah, like this feud has been top notch, I must say, and Ray has Ray has seemed to be motivated actually with this feud, and I think he's going to be so determined to give Dominic a really good to even a great match. I don't know about Dominic the win still. I think he has still a lots and lots and lots of room to grow, but Ray, you know Ray's gonna be 100% determined to give Dominic the best match possible for him. And I think he will be more than happy to pull him over. And that's what I'm gonna go with Dominic picking up the win. I feel like you gotta say Ray's revenge. Because I don't see this being a one and done match. Like you gotta build some type of rematches for them, like maybe a next pay-per-view backlash, King of the Ring money, whatever you can go. Like this is probably gonna be a 2 to 3 match feud basically. So I think I'm gonna go with Dominic for of it, and I think Ray will be happy to put his son over at the biggest stage possible at WrestleMania. Like, do you really think he's going to pass up the shit if it's offered to him? No, I don't think so. So the next match was rumored to be the main event. We still don't know, but the next match is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Oh boy. Oh, what do I say about this? Like, what you can say about this feud? Like, like, can you even cause so much this a build? Like, most of the heat generated for Rhea has been what do I find? At first they were doing some stuff with Charlotte and Dominic first. That scene that was relegated the heel heat from Rhea was Dominic coming out. But like this has been, it's been disappointing, I must say. And what this feud really demonstrates is Charlotte is not really good being a babyface at this point. Like she, like her personality doesn't really come up or even scream to me as a baby face. Like this woman is pretty much a career heel at this point. Like she, ever since coming back as a face and winning the SmackDown Women's title, the moment itself when she won that title back in like December was like, okay, I guess. But then it's like the warm for Charlotte as a face has quickly worn off. Like completely. Like she does not come as well, and that promo was just so fucking bizarre and confusing. The one in the last week when she's talking, when she was trying to talk and the crowd kept wanting her and she responding back like, "Girl, are you a fucking babyface here?" Like, Are you kidding me? Like, oh boy. Like, they try some parts to this video, but overall, it's not that good at all. At all, it's not good. And like, I'm sure the match will be great. I'm pretty sure that these two have shown in the past they can deliver on big time stuff like this. But like, the only thing I really care about at this point is a Rhea Ripley win. That's all I care about. Like, you do not have Rhea come out saying she's all this and that. Like, basically saying she's better than she was when he face shotted 3 years ago at WrestleMania 36. You do not have something like this where you have this, when you have Rhea saying she's better than Charlotte. You have her win the Rumble, have this rematch with Charlotte, and fucking lose to her. Like, there's like, what is the fucking point of any of this? The whole point is to give Rhea a dominant victory and submit her as a top player in the women's division for WWE. And that's pretty much what they have to do here. Because otherwise, I don't know what's the point of making this in the first place. So, Rhea Ripley all the way. I'm going with Ripley to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. That's really what I want at this point. So yeah. Next up, the final match on night what we're going to talk about, which pretty much all signs point to it should be the main event of night, whereas this has pretty much the biggest story out of any of the night one builds of this card. It's for the undisputed Tag Team Championships. You got the Usos defending against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The two brothers finally reuniting together. After all the time, Kevin Owens and we spilling up saying no to Sami. He's not gonna want to. Like, this is what I really love about it. Like, we all talk about this whole Bloodline story. I cover it many times in the past. Like, it's been great with him, with Bloodline and Sami Zayn. But give Kevin Owens what he's done to a great character, and like, his reasoning for not jumping with Sami at the first shot, at him teaming with Sami at the first shot was great because like, the dude was with the Bloodline and pretty much tormenting him for months previous prior to the Royal Rumble. So like, why would Kevin Owens want to team him right away? That's what I really love. They build it up to it for weeks. And then Cody will have to be the mediator of the two getting back together. And by the end, like, he got it. And one moment that was him, Kevin Owens, say hugging that was fucking great. And I'm sure this match will have a ton of heat behind it. This is gonna be some great stuff. This has pretty much been the best bit of tag team match that I ever seen in Wrestlemania. I know there have been some great tag team matches at WrestleMania, but I don't know for tag team titles, but I don't think there hasn't been a story for a tag team out there that is deep and rooted as much as this one. So yeah, this is totally gonna kick ass. And I'm going for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to finally win and dethrone the Usos for the tag team titles. I think it's their time. Kevin and Sami already lost to Owens, so you got to reward them with at least this victory for the tag team championship. I think that's one they're going to. And I think it's going to play a big factor in the main event on night 2, which I'm going to get to, as I'm gonna transform into night 2, as we see. So I think let's start with night 2. I think most of the stuff was ever going to happen with LA Knight or even Bobby Lashley is going to happen here at night 2, as there are 6 matches. The night 1 has like 7 matches. This one has like 6. So I think what's ever gonna happen, I think what's going to happen, like I think, I don't know, I think because Bobby Lashley, for all these who don't know, was supposed to face Bray Wyatt. And then for a week, we turn out it seemed like Bray Wyatt is dealing with an illness, and it looks like pretty much is off the Mania card, along with Lashley. So yeah, and I wasn't even keen on the feud going in as they seemed where it headed. I wasn't too keen on it. So yeah, so that match seems to be off at this point. It will. It never. I don't think it was getting announced at that point. So yeah. So what I think might happen, Bobby Lashley might have like open challenge, and LA Knight will come out and accept the one for Lashley. I think. And I think what's going to happen is Lashley will be LA Knight, and then LA Knight will come to the mic and to actually LA fans, how can you? This is what you have Wrestlemania with LA Knight. He's gonna say something, and then glass shatters, and Stone Cold Steve Austin will come out and confront LA Knight. There have been rumors him showing up and him doing something with LA Knight. And I think we might get that at some point during this show. As like just him interacting with the what and yeah chance going forward, that's gonna be some entertaining shit. And I think that's what's gonna happen. Austin will come out. They're gonna do the what yay battle thing for a few moments, and then Austin's gonna hit a thunder, drink some beer, and everyone's happy. So yeah, that's what I think, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for. So yeah. So the first match officially, what we want to talk about is for the Intercontinental Championship, a triple threat match between Gunther, the reigning champion, defending against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre for the triple threat. This will be the best IC title match at a WrestleMania in a long ass while. Like the best one since like the ladder match they had one at like WrestleMania 33, I remember, and even the 31 match. But if you want to look all the way back, you have to look back like WrestleMania 10, Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels. Like, this is gonna be a hard-hitting, brutal-ass match. And this is another one that could legit steal the show, as we know what Gunther and Sheamus can do in the ring. We saw them in the last during college. They have been phenomenal. And throwing in Drew McIntyre, like, oof. Beefy boys. Big beefy boys slapping me, baby. So, yeah. This is going to be a kick-ass match. And I think this is Sheamus' match to lose, as I'm going with him. They keep mentioning him that the Intercontinental Championship is the only thing that Sheamus has only have left to do. Sheamus has literally done everything you can do, and has won, so had competed for some of them. Like at WrestleMania itself, like he's been WWE champion, he's been World champion, US champion, tag champion, King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. The guy's done it all, but the one thing that he has not done is the Intercontinental title. And with Drew King Sheamus, with like him telling him, look, the last two matches he had with Gunner and lost. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Sheamus is going to win the IC title, and I think for Gunther, he's going to have to. I see him moving up as a full-fledged main event by the summer. Like he at least that's where he should be upwards next. Like I think he's my early pick for King of the Ring. I'm gonna say like. And it will make perfect sense for him to win that and to challenge for a world title at a big pay-per-view like Money in the Bank or something like that. So yeah, that's what he should move it up to. So I'm going for Sheamus to win the Intercontinental title. The next match is Brock Lesnar versus Omos. And I said it as much at the Elimination Chamber review that I did by the time you watched it a month ago. Your best way to utilize Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley after the way that they ended their Chamber match was to have it in separate matches where one of them is seemingly off the card now. And this one, where it's probably not gonna be as long. Here's, the thing is, this could be surprising that it might be actually been decent. But we're almost, he's kind of limited what he could do in the ring. So this probably ain't gonna last long. So Brock Lesnar's probably just gonna F5 him and win. That's all I see for it. That's what I think's gonna happen. Brock Lesnar's gonna fucking pick him up and win. That's all. I would be stunned if he doesn't. So yeah. Going for Brock Lesnar here. Really kind of dumbfounded that this is what they could do with him at this year's Mania. This is what the best they have for him. So yeah. The next one is another woman. It's another showcase WrestleMania, but this time for the women tag team. As you got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler versus Sonya Deville and Sasha Green. Carmella, I think, was supposed to be on this, and then she got off for some reason. I don't know what happened, but yeah, this is another one of these matches where it's like, hey, we gotta put everyone on fucking WrestleMania. And unlike the men's match where I could see some upside, I really much go for the women's match. And I don't know how it will be good. I mean, Ronda Rousey is working with injury. He's dealing with an injury, so I don't know how much they're going to put. I don't know how percent they do the length they're going to protect her, but I'm sure they will. But I think this is Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler's match to win, so I'm going with them, and I see them challenging for that women's tag team titles. Maybe soon as the day after WrestleMania, that's what I see. And that is where I could see them and that's where I can see them doing a Trish Stratus heel by costing Lita and Becky the women's tag team titles against Ronda Rousey and Bayley. So I'm going to Ronda Rousey and Bayley to win this, and I think that's what they will. And I think they're going to win that women's tag team titles the next night at WrestleMania. That's you got to give them something for them to earn, to something for win to them for. So I think that's what's going to happen. The next match is Edge versus Finn Balor Hell in a Cell. Or like Vince would like to say, Hell in a Cell. I do expect to see some crazy shit in this match. And I have high hopes for this match. I really do. It's like, but it's just like the feud has been dragging. And I think it's really time for this to end. And the one thing I really love about Triple H's courage is that now Hell in a Cell is actually being reserved to few enders. And with a few like this, it's almost fitting for it, so I'm really happy with that. Really gonna be a slight to see the Hell in a Cell sliver for the first time in years. It's the kind of the ugly red Hell in a Cell they got for you. I really was not keen of that at all. I really was. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it at the same time. So the old Hell in a Cell is a welcome surprise for me. So yeah. Now that it's going to be with the Demon versus Brood Edge, I'm going to have to go with the Demon Finn Balor. This is kind of tough actually because Edge, because I can't see Edge ring and put a definitive end to this feud. But with the Demon coming back, and he kind of already just lost as the Demon to Roman Reigns like a year and a half ago, I think. That's on a pay-per-view. That's when he fucking like, they're covered, then fall to the ground with the towel fucking gave in. So yeah. That's what I see. I think Finn, but I think that's we're going to see Finn Balor picking up the ring as the Demon. So yeah. The next match is Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title, and again, just like the Charlotte and Rhea match, another disappointing build. And this case is kind of worse than the Charlotte and Rhea. At least they're trying to give Charlotte and Rhea some backstory as impede the rematch for 3 years ago. They gave those women nothing. Like, it's been matches, either singles matches with Carmelo, Chelsea Green, or them teaming together. And it's like, where's the context of all of this? Like, what's the context story on this? Like, they gave those two women absolutely nothing in this. Like, this is by far the worst build of match of this entire card. Like, wow, like, it's really shocking, like, how low, how disappointing both of the women's match, especially this match. They gave those two women nothing to work on. It's just matches, teaming together. It's like, wow, could you just give them fucking something? At least I know the match will be great. At least I know that. But like, yeah, and with the story that they're telling, like, there not be much heat to it. I don't see this a title change. I'm gonna go with Bianca on this, actually. Initially, I expected Asuka to win here, but since they gave them nothing with the story, I think Bianca Belair will retain, and that Asuka will definitively turn heel and finally give this feud some context and will win the title later on, wherever that may be. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair on this for this one. So, with all the matches, it all come down to one match and one match only. The main event, night, pretty much the main event of this whole weekend, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns heading into 944, 5 days, something like that, defending his championships against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who won the Royal Rumble in order to get this match with Roman Reigns. The build has been tremendous. The promos back and forth have been excellent up to this point. These two have really come together, and I like what I've been seeing in here from this. Like, they haven't really touched each other, and Cody Rhodes have been able to pick up wins and momentum to give himself legit some credible threat to him actually being the one that beats Roman Reigns for this. Like they pretty much they had no interaction, like any physicality, and for once I actually quite like that. Like, especially for a match like this where regularly people don't really face each other. Like, this is their first time ever match as a singles, and they haven't done any physical, which I think kind of makes this match even bigger, since there hasn't been any brawls or fights or whatever. It really makes the match look like a big time effing deal. And that thing what made this feel tremendous. And I'm sure this match is going to be epic. It's going to be excellent. There's gonna be a lot of kickouts, a lot of finishers spamming, a lot of them. Expect that. But with a match like that, and potentially being it for Roman Reigns' title, you have to expect something like that to come out. So that's what I think. And really what all comes down to is who's gonna win. And what I really love about this is you can give some, you can say this, you can say Roman's gonna win and Cody's gonna win, but you really can't say for sure who's going to actually win this and how's the finish it's going to play out. Because on one hand, I could see argument Roman winning the one being close to 1,000 days. I think it's a month away with 1,000. That whole thing that people just apparently came up and showed up that fast with him closing 1,000 days as champion, almost close. So I could see that. But here's the thing, even that, I don't think that's where the argument with Roman kinda ends with there. And to me, I think they should go for this one stricter with the story than rather go for something that is just pretty much a milestone for Roman. It doesn't do much for anybody, for anything else that he does or what the people that works with him does. Yeah, that's when it kind of, and the thing is, they never really build up to it. There hasn't been that much mention of him closing 1,000-day reigns. I know they keep counting him the days as champion, but there hasn't really that much towards them saying he's going through 1,000. So yeah, but like, but that's when like, because normally you can't bet against Roman Reigns. I mean, look at the run he has been for the last 2 years for the last 2.5 years as champion. Like and he's what you people need to understand. Like, is it like not if it's 900, if 950 days or 1,000 days or 2,000 or 1,200, 300, whatever fucking number he is, for the amount of time he's been champion, he will go down as one of the greatest champions probably ever. 1,000 days or not, he's already there. Like he's probably gonna still be in the conversation still. 10,000 days or not, he's still gonna be that probably. He's probably gonna go up in conversation as one of the greatest of all time. Like he's always there. He's always had the record be like the longest reign of the fucking last 35 years, something like that. So yeah, and when you factor in the Jay Uso thing, the Jay Uso factor for me, and I think it's gonna play a huge factor in it with when Sami Zayn keeps telling him that Roman is not like that, he's jealous that he didn't hit the chair of Roman first, and even the backstage with Roman and Jay at Raw weeks ago with Jay being reluctant, didn't say anything to Roman saying he lost it, and Roman had the look of concern of his eyes. Is it like, is he fucking gonna turn on me or not? So I think what might happen is, after all what's happened, after the interference from Jimmy and Solo, and potentially Kevin and Sammy, here comes Jey Uso. Remember the spot at the Elimination Chamber where Jay didn't hit on like Roman with a steel chair, even though you can kind of say if he kind of wanted it, after Roman just shoved him off repeatedly, and Jay seemingly not backing down and then he got speared accidentally afterwards. I think that was done to build up to this moment where what it might happen is Jey Uso, like Sami Zayn at the Royal Rumble, cracks Roman Reigns with a chair, and him officially being done with him at the Bloodline, and Cody will hitting 3 crossroads for the win, and to win the title, and look, I had a hard time, believe me, I had a hard time picking, but, and even still, like, officially, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes. And when they him constantly say, and when the commentators repeatedly saying he has to finish the story. They even made a fucking t-shirt for him, like them saying finish the story. Finish the story. Like they keep mentioning too much to it. It kind of signals that he pretty much has to win here. So I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes wins and him finishing the story of winning the titles, one of the titles that his dad Dusty Rhodes has never held. That's what he told people when he came back to the company a year ago. That's been his story since coming back. So that's what I'm going with. I'm still not quite sure. Like, there's still some chance that they could swerve people after Roman Reigns. Like, and here's the thing with that. I don't mind it, but like, by then, if he reaches 1,000 days, who the fuck is actually going to beat him? Like, what else? What other legitimate baby faces they could have to dethrone Roman at this by that point? So, for that reason, I'm going to record it. But, like I said, there's still some chance that Roman might walk out of this here. You can't quite exactly bet against him. But for my sake and playing the safe card here, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes walking out of Wrestlemania, Ghost Hollywood, as the undisputed Universal Champion. And I heard some new rumors of them having a new belt ready made for him. They don't know if they specifically explain the titles or whatnot, but it's apparently ready to go. It's been approved by Triple H. So, and I think with that, I think Cody might be the one that unveils it himself. So, yeah, I'm going to Cody for it, but not really quite sure. And I think that's what's been the far part about this main event. That you really don't not sure who's going to win, and that makes it for a very compelling and exciting main event for this year's WrestleMania weekend. And I expect today's show to kick ass in most points. Like, even with some parts of the build be kinda I expect this show to be kick ass, and I hope a great shows for both nights across the board. So yeah. So I'll see you for. Before that, I will review anything stand delivered beforehand. But then I will get to the both nights of it. So yeah. Super signs off. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think, what's going to happen across both nights of WrestleMania in the comment section below. And as always, I'm Jason Martinez, and I approve this mission.